All right, let's bring in meteorologist Kristi Gordon now with a look at our weather forecast. And looks like it's going to stay hot in the interior, Kristi.
Yeah, we were anticipating a little bit of rainfall, and we may see it along the coast, Sophie, but we have this heat on the way for the next couple of days and a drop in temperature. Sorry, my graphic for some reason isn't balancing properly, but you get the point. A drop in temperature expected over the weekend, and the interior regions will see a little bit of cloud cover, cooler temperatures, higher relative humidity, but no rain, and that's really what the area needs. And especially considering we may see a chance of showers, but it comes with a risk of thunderstorms, which then bring gusty winds as well. So it's not great news with the long-range forecast for the interior. Meanwhile, around coastal regions, it was a beautiful day today. We had a westerly northwest flow that blew a lot of that smoke back into the interior regions and spread it out towards the east. And that was because of a weak front that's pushing across the area. So it's pushing the smoke further south and towards the east. You can see the air quality warnings have been extended through the Kootenay region, and we've had a reduction in the air quality across these northern regions and in Whistler. So only one area under an orange warning. That's the Nicola area. If you're in that area, please avoid outdoor activity. As for tomorrow, we're expecting a bit of high-level cloud to shift in. It will be thin, and I think you'll see the sun filter its way through, and it's still going to be quite hot. Into Thursday, we continue with a little bit of cloud cover, and we have a slight chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm just east of the Okanagan Valley into the Kootenay area. Again, that's Thursday afternoon. Tomorrow, we're going to see dry conditions with a little bit of high-level cloud. Temperatures in the low 30s once again. Along the coast, it will be hot. We'll see temperatures in the low 20s near the coast, but high 20s away from the water. So similar temperatures to what we saw today, just slightly cooler with that little bit of cloud cover. At this point, we do have a chance of rainfall over the weekend, Sophie, but that chance is starting to subside. Only a 40% chance on Saturday. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Kristi.
Seeing the back-to-school ads on TV now, it feels like we're on the backside of summer, but it doesn't feel like it out there, really, does it?
No. I saw someone posting a photo of Halloween candy.
No.
Yeah, crazy.
I mean, I'll eat it, but I'm not ready for it.
No.
Lots more summer to come.
Yeah, it sure looks like that. And honestly, when I look at the long-range forecast, I really do wake up every morning to see and hope that there's going to be a significant change for a little bit less summer. I know no one wants to hear that, but when you look at this long-range forecast, we really don't have a big change. We're going to see sunshine and heat for the next few days. Over the weekend, that drop in temperature is going to push in, but it's not going to bring in a lot of rainfall, and we so desperately need it in through the interior. At least sort of the relative humidities will come up. We'll see a bit more cloud cover and those lower temperatures. But it also comes with the risk of thunderstorms, which will be blowing smoke around a little bit, as well as the fires. This is a scene in Metro Vancouver today. It was beautiful. We had a northwest flow that blowed a lot of that smoke through the southern and eastern portions of the interior. So it spread the air quality warnings out through the Kootenay region, and we've had an improvement in through the Fraser Canyon area. So just one area under an orange warning, and that's the Nicola region. We are expecting the smoke to become more intense, though, as we head into tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to see a weak front move into southern BC. That's high-level clouds, so the sun will still filter its way through. You'll still feel some warmth, but we will certainly see more cloud cover than we did today. And by Thursday, there is a slight chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but that's minimal compared to what we're going to see over the weekend. So there you go. Tomorrow, hot and sunny, a little bit of high-level cloud for southern BC, and no significant change, as I mentioned, in terms of relief for the BC Wildfire Service. 27 degrees away from the water, 23 near the water tomorrow. We will see cooler conditions, but that chance for rainfall, even along the coast, is now starting to get less and less. Only a 40% chance on Saturday. Tonight's weather window comes to you from the Shuswap River, where Barb Tomlinson captured a shot of this little beaver having a munch.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. Pretty cute.
Straighten things out with your mom after we were talking about pickleball the other day?
If you watched yesterday, I said that my mom was 80 on television. She was not happy with that. A lot of her friends were laughing about it. But anyway, she said, tell your viewers that I'm 79 and I could beat you in pickleball with my eyes closed.
There you go.
And
we
she
will show
really
those
could.
highlights in sports. We'll show those highlights in sports. Let's get that match set up.
I'd like to see that.
That would be fine.
All right, sports guy here.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, thanks, Jay. Also tonight.
But I never imagined I'd figure out how to have an audience or make a living from it.
From Vancouver to Hong Kong, an exhibition showcasing 50 years of photos from renowned BC photographer Greg Girard. Coming up. A BC photographer who spent his teens taking pictures of Vancouver's gritty downtown core is celebrating how those photos launched his career.
Greg Girard has traveled the world since he first picked up the camera in the 1970s. And as Jay Durant shows us in tonight's This is BC, a new exhibit puts Girard's talents into sharper focus.
There is no retirement age for an artist, which means Greg Girard is still at work capturing scenes from Metro Vancouver's working waterfronts.
Port cities have a certain something, and I guess I've always been kind of drawn to them.
This all began in the early 70s. Greg was just a teenager when he started snapping photos around Vancouver.
I started going downtown Vancouver pretty early. I was maybe 16 or so in high school, staying in a cheap hotel on weekends. On Hastings or near Hastings in Maine. Those days, you could walk in off the street and get a room for $3, $3.50.
He framed up fleeting moments around the city, in the pool halls and diners late at night.
It was an exciting part of town. I mean, very working class, very blue collar. The remnants of Vancouver's neon was still pretty evident. And, you know, that was an alluring thing to a young photographer, seeing these neon signs over pool halls or cafes especially.
This is just a very small snapshot of Girard's extensive portfolio. A current exhibit at the Polygon Gallery in North Vancouver is showcasing over 5 decades of his work, including his years as a photojournalist in Hong Kong and later Shanghai.
I was there for about 13 or 14 years, photographing kind of the rise of China, you could say, through that period where it turned into this kind of economic juggernaut and peer competitor.
Who knows what will come out of this trip to North Vancouver? The artist's eye will always find a new interesting angle, whether it's late at night, on the other side of the tracks, or on a different edge of the water.
I probably never thought I'd stop making pictures, but I never imagined I'd figure out how to have an audience or make a living from it. So the Polygon show is gratifying big time to bring all that together.
Jay Durant, Global News.
Very cool shots.
Still shooting on film, it looked like, right?
Yeah, love that old neon too. The colors just pop. Okay, last word before we go from you.
Yeah, so we are expecting a bit of high-level cloud tomorrow, but still plenty of sunshine. Highs up to 27 degrees away from the water. And it's not until the weekend that we're expecting a bit of change. But as I said, it's still days away. So that may fizzle out by the time we get there, which would be too bad for some, depending on how you look at it.
2 p.m. for Little Mountain tomorrow.
2 p.m. Okay, let's cheer them on. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Good night, all.